unfortunately, the final resolution to this war will be brought in militarily. And that is why the issue of continued weapon supply is crucial for us right now. I do not believe in diplomatic efforts with Putin. We cannot trust anything he say. And unfortunately, we have to be ready for the battle.
Well, let's now go to Kiev, where at least one person has been killed in the last few hours as fresh strikes have hit the outskirts of the city. Ina Sovsun is a Ukrainian MP and deputy leader of the Holos party. She joins us now. Good afternoon, Ina.
Good afternoon.
Thanks very much for joining us. What is the mood in Kiev like at the moment?
Well, the mood is that of expecting of what is to come. Yes, the last 2 nights we did have explosions in the city. This morning at around 5 in the morning, I personally woke up from hearing a huge explosion, which we have later confirmed to have killed at least one person. But that doesn't really change the spirit over here. Everyone here is very much focused on, providing for the victory of Ukraine. But of course, we understand that the major battles is about to take place in Donbas region. And the major issue right now is making sure that our army is as well prepared as it can be for this great battle. We don't know when that would come. We understand it will take place somewhere close to the beginning of May, so that Putin could claim his big victory for May 9th parade. But we are still waiting for when that exactly will start.
And Ina, as you say, there is this pause. It feels like a pause, and I think you're right. This 9th of May, Putin will want to have a big celebration. He'll want to have a symbol. Psychologically, how are you preparing for that in Kiev and across the country? Because it must be really difficult to know that you all have had this very difficult time and now something even worse is just around the corner.
Well, truth be told, I believe that right now everyone is just very much focused on doing what he or she has to do in order to help the Ukrainian army. I think psychologically, the first week of the war was much more difficult because then we couldn't figure out how to participate in that, what to do, what is your role, what you should do, how to take care of your family and all of that. As for right now, we are 50 days past the beginning of the full-scale invasion. Right now, everyone just understands what his or her job is, how they can contribute. And I believe right now that is what everyone is focused on. We understand that the battle would take place. And right now, the major thing is how do we help the Ukrainian army prepare? And trust me, I was thinking actually about that, and I can feel on a personal level, and I've been talking to some of my friends, and they all say like, okay, we just have to keep on working because we don't really have a choice. We don't really have anything else that we can do except for what we have been doing before, helping Ukrainian army, and that is the only way we can, move forward anyways. So whatever Putin is doing, like trying to scare it with those missiles or anything else, that doesn't really change this whole mood because everyone just understands like we just need to focus on what we have been doing before and winning actually for the first days of war as well.
And Ina, we're now, I think it's like 52 days into this war. Do you think that there's any chance of peace talks succeeding? Is there any chance of any deal being cut with President Putin to stop this bloodshed?
Well, I have been rather pessimistic about the perspective for the peace talks from the beginning, because apparently, the line for compromise is basically non-existent. Because how it looks like from our side is that Putin doesn't want Ukraine to exist, and we kind of want to continue living and continue, building our own country. So with them wanted us dead and we wanted to stay alive, there is very little room for compromise, frankly speaking. And right now we are seeing that in practice, because there are talks being held about Mariupol right now. The situation there is just, it's just so tragic. It just learning news and seeing videos with dead bodies lying all over like the city. Even with the Russians destroying those bodies in the cremation machines, there are still many bodies lying on the streets. And even with that, even with the whole global community trying to put pressure on Putin to provide some relief for the city, for the civilians, to let women go, to let children go, they're still not allowing for that to happen. So I think that's just a proof that, unfortunately, the final resolution to this war will be brought in militarily. And that is why the issue of continued weapon supply is crucial for us right now. I do not believe in diplomatic efforts with Putin. We cannot trust anything he say. And unfortunately, we have to, to be ready for the battle.
Well, Ina, it's been really interesting speaking with you. Thank you very much for giving up some of your time and speaking to Times Radio.